Perfect, yes. I really want to be brief and quick. I really have something for Esther and Abraham as well. The concept of non-zero sum game. So it's from one of my favorite movies, Arrival, and it, in a sense, essentially, it means a win-win in a sense, but it's a scientifical more term. It's a little more of a complex, but it defines that same.
Can you explain it briefly?
I have to watch the movie again.
Or just give an example of what you mean.
So essentially, it's a more newer term for win-win. I was actually at break. It came to me, and I Googled it, and I looked it up again because it inspired me, and I felt like I had to share that because it's a term that I find even the future generations and more people will be, adhering with and understanding in that sense. And I just wanted to share that in that way because it's...
So are you suggesting that if Esther dives into that, she might improve her vocabulary as she's trying to explain some of the impulses she's getting from Abraham?
Correct.
And you're right. You're right. And she appreciates, she's willing to update.
Correct.
She's willing to do a software update.
Yes.
Sometimes software updates are just what you need. Esther resists them at every step of the way, and sometimes her computer shuts down completely before she's willing to do it. Yeah. And?
You felt that. I would like to just get a great definition or a kind of, you could say rampage, but of the inner being, what our inner being is, what it represents, and kind of a reminder for all of us in that sense.
In the same idea of our friend who was asking about the center of the vortex, your inner being is the center of that which you are. Existed before you were in this physical body and continues to exist even now that you are in this physical body. It's the you of you that you could say has the path of most allowance of its evolution. In other words, it allows evolution much more efficiently than the physical version, which is you. And what we mean by that is you were non-physical energy before you focused a part of that energy into this body. Zap, splash, here you are. And then you explore and ask, and you provide the focal point for the expansion or the evolution. And so your inner being represents that. So if we were to define it succinctly and rampage around it, it would go something like this. We'll speak from the I of your inner being. I knew that life on planet Earth would be interesting, really fun, and of great value to all that is. And so I focused, sort of compartmentalized, sort of segment intended, part of my consciousness to focus into the physical aspect of me, while mostly I remained non-physical. And so you human, who I adore, are not separate from me, but you are a different aspect of me. And we do have different intentions. You said, I'll explore, which means I'll find new. And I said, I'll stay here and I will receive the value of your exploration. And I will never deviate from the core or the heart of what I know myself to be. But you will. And thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for exploring new territory to discover new pieces of us. And thank you for lighting up this end of the stick, which automatically lights up the other end of the stick, lack of what's wanted and wanted. And that's where it is my promise to you that I will always focus. So when you, human friend, cause our expansion, I will carry it as far as it can be carried in the moment, because I will not deviate from the love that is at the heart of your request. And the law of attraction, which you're going to forget about when you get into your physical body for a little while. The law of attraction, which is responsive to all consciousness, which is you and which is me. The law of attraction will accomplish a lot on your behalf and for all that is, because I, inner being of you, human being, will never introduce resistance into the equation. And so when there is an asking and no resistance, just an asking and absolute expectation, there's powerful becoming that happens. And so you could say, I might get to your becoming faster, but really, you're exploring and launching the rocket, so who wants to nitpick over what happened and who gets credit for it? But together, the non-physical and physical aspects of that which we are is creating a magnificent never-endingness of all of us. Without your willingness to expose yourself to some unwanted, there could be no expansion. And without my perfect attention to only what is wanted, there could be no real gain. Together, we have accomplished what some, Esther in particular, translated an emotional guidance system. Today, Abraham is calling it the emotional comfort knob. That emotion that exists within you, we feel it too, but we never feel the not good feeling end of the scale, because we stay in perfect alignment with the love that is at the evolving center of that which we are. There's always this guiding signal that will always call you home. When you stray from it, even for a moment, you won't feel so good. But don't be hard on yourself, because that was your plan. That was all of our plan. You said, I'll go forth and I'll stray. I'll stray from alignment and I'll find desire. And we said, and when you do, we'll call you to your desire, and then you will be whole with it again. And you said, will it hurt? And we said, it shouldn't if you care about how you feel. You said, will I suffer for this expansion? We said, not at all if you care about how you feel. And you said, I'm in. And we said, I'm in. And so together, at least from our vantage point, we are living happily ever after. And you get to do whatever you want, moment by moment. You can be happy with us, or you can be in one of our expanding moments where you're processing something unwanted. It's all of value. And then your inner being wants to say to you, couldn't do it without you. And then you want to say to your inner being, couldn't do it without you. A lot have tried, but it was miserable. Is that what you were looking for?
Beautiful.
Take it easy and don't try to explain this madness to anybody. If they've got power, they will lock you up. Just teach to the clarity of your example, and don't try to explain the unexplainable to those that aren't in a position to hear it. And we're not saying that you need to keep it a secret. We're just saying don't bring frustration to yourself by trying to answer questions that aren't being asked. You are a remarkable. Esther knew it would be this way. She said to herself, oh, it's always this way when we come to this part of the world. People who think and care and focus will be there. And that's what happened today. This was really a wonderful leading edge conversation. Most of all, we really want you to look for what's coming next, because you are not the same. Your point of attraction has shifted. That's really the first time that we have used that phrase, or that we have pointed it at Esther and she found those words. Your point of attraction is what we've been talking about all day here today. And that's what matters to you, your point of attraction, which means how you're feeling, your mood, your attitude. That's what matters the most. In fact, we could say that's what primarily matters. That's the same. In fact, we could say that's all that matters, but that's not quite right. Because it all matters. But when you get focused there, you're about to see. And then you'll say, now I get it. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete. I like this so much. I like it so much. I like it so much. I love you guys.